And all this, maybe that's where we should start. All this kind of goes back to a central point, right? Like, don't you have like the world's biggest RO unit?
I do. You want to check it out?
Yes, I haven't seen it. Well, I mean, I've seen like a
Nobody's,
tiny glimpse. I think.
Yeah.
I think I saw it when you said I got to install this bad boy.
Like people have seen like bits and pieces here, but they've never.
Because I remember when you were just saying like, I gotta install it.
Yeah, I still haven't done like an actual video of the whole thing. But here she is.
Is no joke. So for a guy that doesn't know a giant thing like this, like what do the gauges up front do?
Okay, so this is how it works. This is my hot and cold line, goes into a shower head where I can set the temperature.
Yeah.
Which I can gauge from here.
Okay.
It goes down in there. So if I want to do hard water, I go straight through here, use this knob. Now soft water, I open this up, and it goes into this carbon blaster.
So that takes out what, just like the chlorine, or?
Yeah, it takes out chlorine, chloramine, kind of.
Okay.
Makes it nice before you stick it through the actual RO unit.
Is that to save RO unit life? Is that why? Or?
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it'll run through here, little pre-filter, and then it'll shoot through the power pump, and then another filter here.
Is this just a crazy big water pump? Is that what that is?
Yeah, that's just a big pump.
Wow, okay.
Just a huge pump.
Yeah.
And then this is your product gauge, so that tells you how much product's coming out per gallon.
And how much can this thing do? Because you're saying here, like, you can do 5 gallons of RO per minute? Is that true?
Yeah, it doesn't run that high.
Okay.
It usually runs up around here, a couple gallons.
In a minute?
Yeah.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
Because that's 120 an hour?
Yeah, it almost runs like a tap. Just a little slower than the tap.
Okay.
But
yeah, because when you do a shower head or something, isn't it 2 gallons per minute or something? Like when you take a shower on the restricted flows?
Yeah, I believe so.
Okay, yeah.
Which, I mean, it even gets higher than that sometimes.
And then is the other one like the wastewater? Is that?
Yeah, and that's the wastewater, which I've got controls to control it all to certain pressures.
And does that have to go in the drain, or do you get to use that somewhere else, or?
No, it just goes straight in the drain. I've got it down in my sump pump. And
okay.
There's no point for me to really recycle it or anything.
Yeah. And what does your tap water start at, like with TDS or something like that?
It's near 400.
Okay. And then when it comes out of this thing, what's it hit?
Out of this, it'll get down to like 17 or so.
Okay.
But then it goes through the DI again, so it's coming out at almost nothing.
Huh.
Yeah. And the big reason why I got one this big was I didn't want to keep barrels around to store soft water. And time is of the essence with all these tanks.
Yep.
And this allows me to just fill up a tank quick. It was more about the speed and the rate of the water coming out. For me.
I can only imagine it was quite an investment. I mean, not only all the tubing you've done, but crazy.
Well, they say if you're going to do it right.
You definitely have got some capacity.
Yeah.
When you get into saltwater, now that you got that.
Yeah. I'd be more broke than I already am if I was in saltwater. No way. Yeah, I love saltwater stuff, but yeah, I would lose my house probably.
So we've got this room back here. Are these Gary Lange's?
Those are Gary's Aru 2 Pseudomugils.
I feel like one of the big differences, people always say like they're the blue in them, but I feel like these have the orange fins, and normally they'd have yellow of the little like pectoral fins that are.
Yeah.
They're really nice orange.
Yeah, they really stick out.
Like I feel like I see more of that one that's a lighter yellow than like these dark orange. Like I just haven't seen them that dark orange before.
Actually picked those up from Gary at last year's AE Aquatic Experience.
Nice.
Yeah.
Were those in that vial?
Yeah, those were the Goiter Rivers.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Since they took that plane trip back and forth, they didn't turn out too well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was an accident.
But no, those were actual pairs I got from them.
Nice.
And that one's got a little orange on its back fin. You see that?
Yeah, I'm telling you, you got like
I might have to selectively breed that one. That's Hygrophila compacta, supposedly. That's what it's supposed to be. I don't know if it's because I've had it for so long growing in there or what.
Do you have fish in here, or is it just the...
I do. There's a Pseudomugil luminatus in there, and maybe some Gertrudes. It's kind of a in-between tank right now. It needs fish moved out. And
you've got the Axolotl up here.
Yeah, those are the ones I got from Eric Bodrock that he got from Jerry Allen.
Nice.
When he did his expedition.
And then we were talking a little bit earlier how they're going to go live here in Seed Shrimp Town.
Yep.
I'm jealous of the seed shrimp. So they should
get nice and plump in there and throw a lot of eggs.
And how will you do it in here? Will you just like let them set for a week and then move the parents? Because they're going to, or are you going to put mops in?
I'd just leave the moss in. I play musical fish, so I'll stick the fish in for a couple of weeks. And then pull them out, and then next thing you know, you got a whole cloud of baby fish, which I'll show you in another room where I was doing that and kind of the whole idea of that.
Sweet.
So I just keep moving them tank to tank. So when I take those out, there'll be babies in there for sure.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, because you got this moss and algae, and now will you have to come back in and put in tiny food, or do you just have them live off what's in there?
I'll sprinkle some stuff in there. Okay. There's also shrimp in there, believe it or not. There's orange shrimp underneath that moss, so whenever I take them out, the shrimp will come out as well. So that'll help.
Do you worry about them eating any eggs, or they don't make?
No, they actually difference? With the rainbow fish, they actually clean the eggs. I've seen them clean the eggs and everything.
Even better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's a symbiotic relationship.
Nice. I think you've got the world's market cornered on that Hutoroid crypt.
I think I do too.
You have more than a while.
I do.
What rainbows are up here?
There's upper Tor rainbow species that's unnamed, and then there's Bowmani's.
Huh. Nice. And are you going to be breeding these? Same thing? Take them out and let them...
Yeah, these are actually ones I raised up.
Oh, nice. So, it's a different part of the cycle, yeah.
Right. So they're all juvenile. These are all about ready to sell. So once I get the whole new rainbow row going in the garage, I'll have that all more organized. And
let's go to the garage.
Start being able to offer those for people.
So, yeah, this is what? This is the new rainbow setup for...
Yeah, this will be rainbow row. So between them, I'll put guppies so they don't end up jumping or getting mixed with each other. But for the most part, it'll be rainbows and guppies for...
And for the rainbows, will you run all of your hard water, or will you put some RO in still?
I could do all hard water, but for the plants and everything else, I'll do a little blend. It all depends, too. Like... whether there's a lot of bicarbonates coming out. You can kind of see calcium building up as well. I've been learning a lot about that lately, actually. Like, because you'll have the evaporation, and then a lot of times if you top it off with hard water, you can just get too much minerals. I was actually having issues with shrimp molting because the water was too hard. There's too many minerals in the actual water. I think that was the issue.
So basically, you got to look at it each time and go, am I putting hard, or am I putting soft in? And
yeah. Well, so lately I've been blending it, and I've noticed a difference with the plant growth and then with molts and stuff. So it's kind of balancing itself out.
Yeah. And then I know people always want to know, and I don't have time to test all the lights, but these Aquaneat lights, I think you're using a ton of them, so you must like them.
Oh, yeah.
What is something like, because this is a 6-foot long light, what does something like that go for?
I think these are just under $60, and that's 72
6-foot
inch.
light. So that's like $10 a foot.
Yeah.
That's, you're not gonna get much cheaper than that.
No, not a bad deal.
Yeah.
Considering the T5 cost me $150.
How long have you been using them?
For a long time. Let's see, years, 3-4 years.
And no, like, what am I trying to say? Like failure rates or anything like that?
Once in a while I'll get some to fail, but it's a very low rate to deter me from it.
Sure.
Considering they're so inexpensive.
Yeah. Do they make a 5-footer or just 4 and 6 and smaller sizes?
I think just 4, 6, and normal standard sizes. But usually they come with these extenders. I take them all off because I'm gonna end up hanging them.
Oh yeah, like the little metal feet thingies, right?
Yeah. So you can kind of cover more ground. And see if these, as you see, these don't go all the way. But once I raise the light up, it will start hitting some light over here.
And you just run 1 per row?
Yeah.
Okay.
And if I have some dark tanks on the end, I could always use those for tetra breeding and whatnot. Fish that like dark tanks.
Yeah, I just love how everything is. You're so ready to like bust open. You've got all the valves. Like, only thing that's not over here is air so far.
Yeah. So I got running extension cord up over there, a little power strip, getting my air going, air lines, and.
How far away do you think you are from that? Is that like, in a month, or is that like...
I would say in about 2 to 3 weeks.
Nice. Yeah. Nice. It's expanded quite a bit.
Depending, because I got to build that quarantine rack too. I might try to shove that in.
I mean, that's a pretty important step.
It is. So that may add another week to it. My little helper. That's my supervisor.
That's right. You're doing it wrong,
We're busted. Hey, mister. You got my dechlor? Here you go. Bring it over here, friend. Thank you, buddy.
The perfect shirt of the day. My daddy's addicted to fish. So what do we got? Ooh, my favorite tank so far has been the 125 down. Oh, is it 125 or is it?
Yeah, 125 long.
Yeah.
It's kind of just a community. Which that's actually got some Herbert Axelrotis, which you can tell the difference between the ones that were from Jerry Allen and Eric Bodrock compared to washed out store-bought wholesale ones. That
you got quite There's fry all over the place I keep seeing.
Yeah, those are mainly Upper Tor River unnamed species as far as fry. Which those that grew up was actually just from moving moss over.
Nice.
Because these tanks didn't have any moss, so I threw some moss from the Upper Tor, and next thing you know, you got babies going. You look up here, there's a ton of little bitty babies.
Yeah, there is.
See all them itty bitty ones?
And what's in here?
Dwarf neon rainbowfish.
Wow. Oh, and there's one right there. It's not even that small.
Yeah.
And I think last time you were here, you were telling me, again, you just moved the parents out?
Yep. So they were in there, and then now I just stuck them in here.
Yeah.
Then eventually they'll make their way up there, so I'll just keep...
And is that the cycle it takes you? It takes you 3 tanks worth to double back to the beginning one or whatever?
I'm a true believer in if you're going to breed any kind of fish, it takes at least 3 tanks.
Okay.
Because you're going to need one for the juveniles, babies, then one for the breeders, and then also, same with like guppies and stuff, you're going to want to have more than one set going so you don't end up with all the same brothers and sisters. And you can mix the lines down later, down the road, keep that genetic pool deep.
Ooh, and the other thing I wanted to talk about while I'm thinking about it, because I was talking over here, your stand building, you run the deck screws right through the side on all your racks, right?
Correct.
And I was apprehensive when I was here a year ago, and yet all the racks still up, none are sagging, doing just fine. And I just want to point that out, that it's not drywall screws, it is decking screws, but that's a way easier way to build a rack.
Right. So they make these screws to actually hold up human lives and decks, deck parties and stuff like that. So if they're going to trust those with human lives, then you know they're going to make them strong and be able to hold up a fish tank.
Because it makes it so much easier for you to put it together.
Right.
Because these are doing the same thing, right? Yeah.
And the big key too is you don't want to stick them too close together. It's good to have some meat or wood.
Well, I think I see part of your... Okay, so your brace pretty good. You got 2x4 and a 2x4.
Oh, yeah.
And then you've got...
Yeah, and that's mostly to keep it from sagging in the middle, kind of to hold the pressure points of each tank.
Okay, because I was thinking, all right, yeah.
Yeah, and they're doubled up too.
Yeah. All right, I can see why it really holds. Yeah.
I actually, this rack, I only had one 2x4 going across it, and I ended up having to take it down and redo it. That's why all the top tanks are empty right now.
I see.
Because I had to remod it. And I'm gonna snag up these CPD babies, eggs real quick. So I try to keep just the moss and the container as far as landscape forms, so they're forced to choose this as the spot.
I like that you're actually doing like the technique you read in the book. I'm always like, I'm kind of lazy for that.
Oh yeah, there's a few in there. Just kind of wring it out, because they will get stuck in the moss and algae and whatnot.
And what makes you want to breed Celestia Pearl Danios at the moment? Is it just like you want to add them to your selling selection, or you just want more?
I've been wanting to breed them for the longest time. I've always loved them, and then I've always wanted a big school of them. Okay. So, what better way to get a big school of them than breed them yourself?
I'm jealous of that. I'm a guy that just buys. I go, I'll buy it. Unless it's guppies or live bear, but I'm the lazy breeder. And so how many Celestia Pearl Danios do you think you're making a week, roughly?
Right now I'm only running 2 pairs, so I would say in a week, maybe about 100.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's quite a few.
Yeah. I probably got a couple hundred right now.
Nice.
This is actually full of CPDs, you just can't see them.
Do they raise up real easy because of green water? Or is that the bigger size?
Those are the bigger size, yeah. But as far as raising them up, I mean, with these dirty natural tanks, it's pretty easy.
And are you feeding anything special, or is it tetracolor granule to these guys? Like, just crush it up?
Yeah, tetra tropical granules all crushed up.
One day I'm going to find a different food you're feeding. I'll be like, why? You're cheating on yourself.
Right. Oh yeah, look at all them eggs.
That's a lot. They're actually much bigger than I would have thought. I thought they were going to be hard to see with the human eye. Nice
eggs are almost bigger than the babies. They hatch
eventually. Nice work on that.
Which they'll cling onto the glass for like the first couple days. You won't see them free swimming until another.
Do they raise up faster than rainbows?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Rainbows take forever.
Yeah,
they kind of remind me of rainbows though, the way they breed, and then the males also get that stripe on their head, like rainbows do.
Yeah.
So their whole breeding behaviors and the way they display reminds me a lot of rainbow fish.
Do they hatch out a lot bigger than the rainbow fry?
No, smaller, much smaller.
See, that's what I thought. That's why I thought they might take a real long time to raise up, but just something about them, I guess.
But no, they don't take nearly as long. Rainbows just take forever to raise up.
That's why when I'm picking some up from Gary, I'm like half excited, half like, I gotta do a lot of work because they're rare enough that I gotta get them going.
Yeah, and he really big believer in, if I'm giving these to you, breed them out. Because we need them.
And we do. I mean, it's a rare fish, and I'm going to attempt. That's all you can promise anyone is, like, I'm going to try. You can never guarantee that you're going to do it. You can say, I will try to do it. You know, I still got to drive them home still, so.
Right.
Shouldn't be that hard, though.
No. I've had rainbow fish live in a box for a month, so.
Yep.
They're pretty hardy. As long as you don't leave them in the sun or something.
Don't bake them.
No. I gotta go wash my hands.
Is this the CPD farm?
Yep, that's one of the CPD tanks.
And so is this a group of your adults here?
That's a group that I raised up.
Okay, so these are not the ones that are spawning, these are just ones you're raising up at this point.
Correct.
Because, you were saying you only do in pairs?
Yeah. Well, no, trios.
Trios, okay. Because I watched you harvest some eggs earlier.
So I do at least 1 male and 2 females. I've been trying 3 females, seeing if I get more eggs out of it, which I actually did.
Okay.
And another thing I've been doing, so I'll have my 2 main best males, and then I'll keep a horde of females in here. So what I'll do is they'll plump up with eggs, and then I'll just kind of move the females around. Yeah, that way they're always full of eggs, and you're always getting different genetics.
So is this entire row dedicated to CPDs?
Pretty much.
Because I was just noticing, like, almost... Oh, okay, there's some...
Yeah, this has peacock guppies in there.
Yeah.
But they're such slow breeders. I think it is a season thing with them, for sure. With breeding the peacocks.
And then you've got a bunch of the ones you've raised out down here, right?
Yeah, there's probably 100 in there, but you can't even see one right now because it's there's a little. I mean, you can kind of see a few of the smaller ones there.
You see them come to the front. I can see them come to the front, but every time you point out, they run. Have you gotten any spawning out of the Mascara barbs at all?
The other night, I'm pretty sure they were spawning because the rainbow fish were going back behind them and eating up something. So I think they were spawning. I've got a 125 high upstairs with a bunch of common rainbows. I'm thinking about selling all those rainbows and then trying to breed these guys in there. Because they like the height of the water a lot better. So I think that tank would be perfect for them to breed in.
Do you find these guys eat plants at all?
They do chew on it a little bit, but not to a point that I wouldn't keep plants with them.
Okay.
And if you're trying to breed these barbs, it's pretty much the same way that you would breed these CPDs, just on a bigger scale.
Yeah. And so you don't, and I know I ask this every time, and obviously my brain can't handle it, but you're not hatching any live brine or anything. It's literally just the tetracolor granules, right?
Yep. Just tetratropical granules for everything.
And whatever's in the tank.
And they still go nuts for it.
Like, no, I believe that. I keep thinking, like, you have to hatch brine to raise these rainbows. Like, my brain just cannot. It's a mental block I have.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, they're here.
They love
essentially.
It. Yeah. You would think they'd get tired of it, though. That's what boggles me, is I've been feeding this stuff for so long. You'd think they would get tired of it, but I swear they put something in it.
The blue Gularis tank?
Yeah, the blue Gularis.
I bet the wait list is long on those.
It is.
Yeah.
It is. I should sell these. I've got a few people waiting on them.
Is that a little scud?
Yeah, a bunch of scuds and just some green water.
Nice.
So it's an open tank for breeding or anything else. I still haven't got figured out if scuds eat eggs yet or not. I'm kind of thinking they do.
I think they could. Yeah, they're definitely, I feel like they're more carnivorous than snails and that kind of stuff, but at the same time, they're such good food too, so it's... Yeah, I'm going to play with some scuds some more for sure. And I've got some in my Fishroom, but...
I know the rainbow fish love them.
Yeah, they're...
And that's the beauty part is when you do stick rainbow fish in here, there won't be as many scuds for when they do breed out, but then the females will get nice.
Here you go. Plump. You got your tank for spawning those Mascara barbs. Just get them to eat all that food and drop.
Possibly, actually, it's not a bad idea. Not a bad idea at all.
So they can't jump out, and you got green water to raise them up on, and they would definitely eat all that live food off.
Yeah, actually, I love that idea. That's what's going to happen. Now I don't have to sell all my rainbow fish upstairs.
Well, there you go.
Which I still plan on selling them eventually, but I can at least keep them for a little longer.
I haven't even seen the stuff over here yet since I've been back. Looks like you're getting into some Corys and stuff.
Yeah, that's a Cory cat I got from Eric Bodrock. Can't remember which. 39, I think. CW 39, I believe.
Nice.
I got a pair of red delta, or not a pair, but some female red deltas guppies in there. And these are the pingu, whatever, pink guppies. Which that tank was full last night, but then I started separating them. Look at that little male right there.
Oh, yeah.
Look at the pink on him.
It's almost like Dumbo ear, not quite, but
Yeah, they do got big fins.
They got big fins. Yeah.
Like they've
These
really
are all
grown
tens?
on me.
Right here?
Yeah, all tins.
A lot of fry in here. What do we got in here?
And those are all dwarf neon rainbow fish.
Dang, you make a lot of those.
Yeah, I love them. I'm actually wanting to. I wish I could stick a big school in like a 125 and just have like a ton of them. I'm thinking about adding them in with the decais and the mascara barbs here. I think.
Do you sell a bunch of the dwarf neons?
I haven't for a long time, but I'm kind of stocking up to do so again.
Okay. Yeah, you seem to be making a lot of them.
Because I got some good line and genetics from Gary.
Okay.
So I finally got some good ones from him.
Nice.
So I've been working on them more.
Looks like here might be panda guppies or something.
Those are more the pink ones, the pingues or whatever.
Nice.
And that's empty, that's empty, that's empty. This has got red delta females and then red delta females.
So I know these tanks have been set up for like a really long time, at least since I was here last, right? And you were telling me like you don't have to gravel back or anything, you just let the break down and plants consume it and everything?
Yep. Never gravel back anything.
That's just crazy to me. Maybe it's just a substrate I use, because it seems like it's like there's no mulm on the top. It just is going in or away or whatever.
Sometimes mulm will get on the top, but usually when you... That's why I like to water change with the hose.
Oh, you'll suck a little bit out of the stuff.
Yeah.
Okay.
See, when I'm doing it with these, you don't get the same effect. And also, your biofilm ends up just sticking to the glass when it's just coming down like this. When you're actually moving the hose around, it keeps the biofilm from sticking to the glass because it breaks it all up.
Huh.
Which means less scraping later down the road.
Yeah. Anything going on in this tank? Last time it was popping when I was here.
Yeah, it's empty now. I was hoping some goldie-eyed decay babies would show up. Well, there's one there, but I think he's the only one in there.
And so what do you do with a tank like that? Is that something where you'll just put adult rainbows and try again? We net that one guy out, then do that?
Yeah, this tank has actually gone through a couple of phases. I used to breed Geophagus Milleri's in there. I had some...
Yeah. Before my time of knowing you.
Yeah, I had some F1s in there. They were gorgeous. Kind of wish I still had them. They just took up so much space.
Yeah.
And as far as escaping, they like to move stuff around. So... It's been through rainbow fish, it's been through Geophagus, and now I'm planning on putting shrimp in there and do like a massive Skriddles mix. So both these 75s down here will probably be Skriddle mixes. That's if I can contain myself not to throw fish in them.
So far it's seeming like you have that problem.
Yeah.
Oh, these are ready to spawn.
Yes, I do have that
Wow, you have built an entirely new rack since I was here.
Yep, that's my 20 by 20 long.
They're all 20 longs, huh?
Yeah.
So how do you like the 20 long on end? I've been thinking about maybe trying it. Is it... let me do my own reach here. Yeah, that's kind of brutal.
It is.
That's only half.
It's a long way. That's why you're talking about those 40s on end.
Yeah. Put that pour up foam or whatever. And, and the 40, the 40...
Yeah, I can imagine the reach on that, right? And deeper.
Yeah, that's impossible, so I can't do that.
But for endlers and shrimp and guppies, it's a great thing because you can't reach all the way back to that tank to get them all. Yeah. So they've got a safe place that they'll always be. So say these shrimp, that area back there will never get disturbed. So they'll always be back there breeding, not getting mad at me for pulling out too many babies.
Is this a specific size of Eco-Complete? I feel like it's slightly coarser than what I would use.
No, it's... I think they just make them bag differently sometimes.
Yeah, they're probably just, it is what it is type of deal. Yeah. And so is this entire row blues?
Yeah,
Blue
this
dreams?
is all Blue Dreams.
Except for that random guy.
Let's see, some of them, like, I normally like sand for Blue Dreams.
Uh-huh.
But sand can be problematic sometimes. So I figured might as well stick with the dark substrate Eco-Complete because I know it's tried and true and it's always done me good. And then I can...
Light's doing a good job lighting these.
It is.
That's the aquanite, right?
Yep, but there's actually 2 of them.
Okay.
You just can't see the other one in the back.
I do see it now.
Yeah.
That makes some more sense, because I was going, dang!
Right.
This is, I'm in the wrong business. 2 of them, that makes, because, Still doing a good job. And it's all, fire reds through here?
Yep, all fire reds throughout.
Nice.
Which I actually divided all these up just yesterday. Added all these shrimp in there. Yeah, pulled them all from here.
Nice.
Yeah. So
and what's going to go in the
still
bottom?
Settling. There's a bunch of panda guppies down there.
Ah.
There's some koi fry down there, but they're not doing too well. I'm not sure what's going on.
Yeah, I haven't had much luck with the koi guppies yet. I can crank out lots of pandas. But koi guppies, not the easiest.
I got one female panda guppy that's got super long fins and colorful fins. I'm really trying to selectively breed.
Yeah.
I love those panda guppies.
Me too. I wish they sell okay. I wish they sold better though, because they just, like a tiger antler sells better than a panda guppy for me.
But a panda guppy looks so cool.
I think so.
Yeah, I do too.
Yeah. It's one of the tanks that I still sit and watch pretty often in my house.
Yeah.
I got the orange shrimp and the panda guppies and some bristlenose breeding, all in a 40 breeder.
It's nice.
My favorite. Yeah. Oh, there's a lot of shrimp down there still.
Yeah, there's still a ton in there. They haven't bred for so long because I think they were just getting overpopulated.
Hit critical mass.
Yeah, pretty much.
That's some moss in there.
That's all that rare pilo moss.
Huh. That's crazy.
Yeah. And that's all koi guppies up there.
Wow. You're not joking when you say, oh yeah, I like to set up a few tanks of each thing.
Yeah.
Now it's 5, 5, 5, and 5.
That's why I have a problem with needing more tanks. Because then there'll be another species I want, and then another species I want.
You went 4 high though. I guess the 20 longs allowed that.
Yeah. You can't do it with the 20 highs. I've tried.
Yeah.
Just because you gotta have that space in between to work, or it's no fun.
And what is this, like 8 inches? 6 inches?
Yeah, just about there. Usually I don't take measure, but I guess I don't. I'd say it's about 7, 8, maybe.
Yeah.
But having the lights hung makes a huge difference.
Yeah.
Because you don't have that light right there getting in your way. You can actually get right in. You can see right in there. Makes
that's
a huge
nice.
difference.
And you don't run any glass lids, which is way easier and faster.
Yeah. I
Or
can
lids at all,
imagine
really.
trying to feed with lids.
Yeah.
I'd never get anything done but feeding. You want to talk about this tank?
What do you got going on here?
I got some Rediphenus metallic crypts and a bunch of rare rainbow fish. Got the upper tor unnamed species in there. Those are the adults. Then I got bowmani. They got the red stripe. You kind of get a little purplish blue on them too.
Yeah.
That's a Cali rum unnamed species, Melanitania. Then that's a goldie-eyed decay, Melanitania. Then I've got the Snapper Creek Doblei.
Nice. Yeah, this guy is really nice. In particular, those two
that
big.
Melanitania, goldie-eyed decay. That's what I've got in with those Mascara barbs. A huge school, so I can't wait till that school actually grows up and gets colorful.
So I think this is a good time
awesome
to talk about this. What filtration are you running in here?
Nothing, just that power head.
Yeah, because I know this because I know you, but you essentially run no filtration. I mean, there's some, like in this tank, there's a buried sponge filter, but most tanks have absolutely zero filtration in the conventional sense. Like, you obviously have very established ecosystems and plants and
Right, that's where it all lies, is within the plants and the water changes.
Yeah, it's just crazy. I mean,
because really all your beneficial bacteria is laying here in the substrate. Anything more than that is extra, which I come to find out promotes more algae and more imbalances. Now, say you do keep your filter clean, yeah, you can have crystal clear water, polish it off, everything looks great. But if you don't stay up with that maintenance, that's your problem. You'll start having more issues. So if you know you can't keep up with your filter, why not go filterless and just keep that balance?
Right.
So it's all about balance.
Because this is a pretty, I won't say heavy load, but most people wouldn't keep this many rainbows with no filter. They'd be like, that would be impossible.
And in theory, and it may not even be theory, but more fact, I believe that I could have twice as many fish in here and the plants and everything do even better.
Yeah, I can believe that just because you give them more food, plants will grow more.
Right,
like, yeah.
more oxygenation with the respiration, so the fish give off more CO2 for the plants, and more of the cycle and symbiotic relationship would grow.
I think that's, you know, I do love like homegrown science of like, well, I run 150 aquariums, and this is what's working for me 150 times over
Right.
the course of years.
Right.
You know, and I don't think anyone's going to doubt that you're producing a lot of rainbows and other fish, and so clearly, you know, someone might be able to say, well, you know, I think I could do it better. Yeah, but I'm not sure most people could make that amount of fish using this least amount of resources.
Yeah.
Which is awesome.
It's been a lot of trial and error, that's for sure.
What
Living
plant
and
is
learning.
this?
That's a aero.
That's what I was
some type of
wondering.
aero, which normally they're supposed to be soft water. And this tank's mostly hard water.
And you get to just flip the valve and pump water in.
Yep.
Nice.
As you see, it's got a bigger gauge than the other one since it's a bigger tank. Get a better flow rate.
All back to the RO / whatever. That really took it leaps and bounds, because last time I was here you didn't have that system, and
No.
I mean, it took you a long time, but
It did.
I'll say it here on camera, I'm ultra jealous that he can turn one knob and he gets hard water, the other knob he gets soft water, and then he mix in between. I'm jealous.
Guess you can say I'm spoiled now.
Yeah, that's
I worked for it though.
yeah, it's true.
Thousands upon thousands of parts. And
Yes.
a lot of brain breaking.
Nothing worse than breaking your brain.
Yeah, I love it though. That's what I live for. You can see a bunch of little babies here.
And so are the
Swimming around.
adults just trapped in the thing and the babies are swimming out when they hatch? Or are you moving the plants? Or
I haven't moved anything. I think the eggs are falling through the holes.
oh yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, and it's keeping the adults contained, and then the babies have a lot of area to roam.
And are these like the plant baskets?
Yeah.
You're like, yeah, Laguna maybe or
Used for-
something?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Aquaponics and whatnot.
Man. And I heard you're not heating it this winter, is that right? You're going
I was talking about tearing it down, but I'm gonna keep it up. I'm gonna keep it up. I really haven't had time to deal with it, and
yeah.
now I got fish breeding in there.
Yeah. I like the gold white clouds are one of my favorite. I need to get you some of the, maybe I'll send you some of my Japanese rice fish fry.
Oh, those are neat.
Because I've got a few different color morphs and all that, and I think they pretty much, they won't be the exact same way because they're going to lay the eggs on the plant leaves, but they should handle same temperatures. So if you can keep the white clouds through the winter, you kept rainbows, but hopefully you won't spend $2 billion to keep them through this winter, you know?
Right.
Yeah.
But no, I mean, they stayed at around 74 degrees.
Yeah, that'll be
about the lowest it really got.
Because if you did all cooler water fish, you know, like white clouds and rice fish and all that kind of stuff, you could probably let it go at like 65, you know, and I bet you that's a big power difference over the course of a winter.
But I don't know, I wouldn't bother changing the heaters all the time, and I'd just keep them cranked up and
Let them do what they're going to do.
Yeah.
Has it still got the, what is it, the dwarf sag or whatever it is, it turns red?
Screw valve.
Is it still turning red and stuff?
It is.
Nice.
It's full of tannins now with all the leaves.
Yeah.
There's a bunch of baby dwarf neons in there, orange shrimp. I'm gonna move all these out over to there. I'm gonna build a platform and then have.
So you're going with another? Or wait, so are you building more
take
here?
these down
Okay.
So I can have my deck back,
Okay.
and then just make a huge concrete platform that I can stick a bunch of tubs on.
How many years of this has this been here?
2 years.
Okay. Learned a bunch. Now you can rebuild it.
The way these boxes are, I mean, you can insulate almost any tubs and run them all around. All I got to do is run some electric, and it'll actually be better on the ground because during the winter time, cold air gets underneath it.
Oh yeah.
Than what the ground is.
Right.
So it actually struggles a little more, so it'll be even better over there.
Yeah.
I'm excited about that. I love outdoor fish breeding.
Yeah, that's... Are you doing any celestial pearl danios out here?
No, I'm not. It's just so much easier to collect their eggs and to those containers and do it that way.
So I was wondering if their eggs would fall through the mesh bottom.
They probably would. It would probably work really well, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because the leaves, if they're breaking down, they might be infusoria. Like it might be a little autopilot thing for you. Like, oh, a celestial pearl danio pond.
I mean, I crumble some food in there for the babies, but I bet they're not even eating it.
Yeah,
Sure,
there's probably so much that lands just between bugs and leaves and pollen and all that kind of stuff.
And the microorganisms will eat the food as well. So
Yeah.
if I'm not feeding the babies, I'm at least feeding something that'll probably feed the babies.
Yeah.
There's all kinds of stuff going on in the water. I know that now from looking at microscopes.
Oh yeah, I guess, right? Yeah, now you're in the know. It's almost scary to be in the know.
It's better to be in the know than not to be in the know. That's for sure.
Every time you get a new fish now, are you like scraping it and stuff to take a look, or?
I haven't got any new fish for a while. I'm not planning on it until I get my quarantine section done, and then they have to spend at least a month after medications. I got this hydroplex. If that ruby reef makes, I'm gonna try using that, and
yeah,
I'm gonna be really to the T on my quarantine. So.
Well, it won't hurt you to do that, so yeah, that's good.
Better safe than sorry. It's always been my motto.
Just want to say thank you to Lucas for letting us stay the night. Got a nice fresh shower, finished up his fish room. He's upstairs with the sun. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this tour. I know I did. I can't wait to come back as always, and thanks for watching.